What?
And we are here.
Hi, good morning.
And again, we've done what we normally do. Talk into the morning.
Yeah.
Yes, good morning. I'm Nancy Case, and I have a little gift shop downtown called the Red Ribbon. It's on Central Avenue, a little white house with red trim. We'll go tell you a little bit more about something exciting that's going to happen there. Saturday, co-host,
Yes.
Brene Beatty.
Retired.
Just,
And working like a Trojan.
just back from California, the land of fruit and nuts, and she's kind of not readapted herself to East Tennessee yet. And Pam Matthews.
Yes.
Common Threads Quilt Show coming up this weekend. Now, there's a lot of things happening this weekend, so we wanted to let you all know about them so that you can hop, skip, and jump around. So, if you notice, we all have a quilt.
Yes. And with this weather we've got, it's a good thing.
Have y'all noticed we quit telling you about the weather because it's just get up and see what you think yourself.
I know. One day it's summer, one day it's winter.
I know. It's ridiculous. But, Miss Pam, it's great to have you with us. You were with us last year right before this and had two other gorgeous quilts you'd made. So, do you just quilt all the time?
I try, but I'm on one right now that I've worked on for 4 years.
You're kidding.
And still hadn't got it done. So hopefully by next year I'll have it done.
How many have you done in between? I mean, a lot.
I do 2 or 3.
It's not like she hadn't been.
No, I don't work on it continuously, but it's something to work on.
I love this sunflower thing.
Isn't that darling?
Yes, and the polka dots, little black and white.
And that one, we talked about, that's applique.
Yeah, I love applique. That's what I've done this one.
All right, now let's start with that one that I love. That one is absolutely wonderful.
Days of the week. I've got wash day, Monday's wash day, Tuesday's iron day.
And look at her clothes basket. She's got like a little onesie, and it's even got the little snaps on it.
Yeah, and I've got 2 quilts. This is the one hanging on the wall in my sewing room. And here I've been sewing a quilt, see, on my little sewing machine. Here's my little pins. And then we have Thursday is market day, and I have canned fruits and vegetables.
Applesauce, 2007.
And I've done this in 2007, so that's how come I know. And then I did Friday was clean day, and I had my little brooms and little mops and little suds over here. See the little mop?
Isn't that the cutest thing?
And then here's the bake day. You're baking. There's your dough pin and the butter and the flour. And then you got to rest on Sunday. See, there's
and look,
it's a window, and then,
she's got a little cushion
in my chair.
Lemon curd.
And then look at the picture.
Yeah,
the picture with the church and the...
Yeah, but that's supposed to be like a window, and they're looking out because they're going to church, see, on Sunday.
Because it's Sunday.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pam, you are just too much. I'm telling you, this is just...
Clever.
I just enjoy doing it, and it's like I get an ideal. This is a pattern that I had got, and then when I get it, I just kind of do my own things, you know?
Yes.
And everybody does that, and it's just like your needlepoint. I just...
Isn't that gorgeous?
Mine is the 12 Days of Christmas, and it will be at the quilt show.
It will be at the show.
Not for sale.
No, not for sale. No. And it's cross-stitched, and so you have
and that's a way that people can do cross-stitch pictures that they've done.
And I have so many framed cross-stitches at the house that there wasn't any reason for me to frame another and hang it up.
Or 12 more.
Or 12 more. So you see, and it's got a little slip thing on the back that I can just put a nice pretty curtain rod up and
hang it up.
Hang it up down there with the rest of my Christmas stuff. And then
we have this
I love
one,
this
which
one
is
with the birdhouses.
Well, that's a beehive, and this is a butterfly house.
Oh, okay.
And then that one's
a bug house.
Oh, ladybug house.
Okay.
And this is a bird house. And
With
I
the
was supposed to
cat
put 2
at the
birds
bottom.
here, but I ain't got the birds there, and I just forgot.
Well, the cat got him.
And then this was like a little
bat house.
Yeah, I guess it was something, I don't remember now, but there's all like little houses for different little, and I like the beehive.
Yeah, I love this beehive.
I do too. And
see,
I
add
love the
beads
colors on
to
that
it.
one.
You don't have to.
Look, there's beads.
And the little buttons. You can embellish quilts nowadays a lot of. Now these are just wall hangings.
Right.
Now you're going to have a quilt in that's going to be it's a full size quilt.
It's queen size.
And it's got Santa Clauses that you've done it. And they was the count cross stitch.
It's counted cross stitch,
and they can see that.
369 Santas on it, I believe.
Yeah.
So
very pretty. I've seen it.
How can you even see that, Nancy?
It's what I do every evening to relax. It's not a problem.
It does. And you can't think of nothing else while you're doing that is this. And that's what when I do quilting, That's all's on your mind is the stitches and what you're doing.
And
you kind of.
And Flavis likes to watch TV sometimes, you know, PBS or something like that. And I can do this while the TV's on and occasionally look up and act like I'm interested in what's on. Well, and it's okay.
Yeah. Well, at this show, it's just a quilt show. Some of the quilts you can buy that people might have for sale. Yeah. Not all of them. It's really just a show. And then we also have craft items will be there, and we have food. And I know we'll have the corn and green,
Pinto beans.
Pinto beans and cornbread. My corn's on my mind.
So good. Yeah. So good. And you also
have chili.
Breakfast and lunch.
Yes.
And this is this weekend, folks. That's the reason we're having Pam on this morning, so that you all will know it's Friday and Saturday.
Right. Yes. And Friday we open at 8 o'clock till 7 at night. And on Saturdays it's 8 to 4. And at 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, I think they said they was going to do the drawing for the quilt that was winning for this year. So you get a ticket to come into the show is $3. And then the $3 ticket goes into a fishbowl thing to be drawn out. And then if your name gets drawn, you get to win a quilt.
Now, do you have to be present to win that quilt? Good, because I'm going to see if I can win me another quilt.
Yeah.
But it's so much fun, folks, because they have the quilts hanging all over
around the gymnasium
out at Mount Olive. They're wonderful, I'm sure, to let you all do that.
And it's 3522 Harrison Pike. It's at Mount Olive Ministries in their gymnasium.
And it's easy to find. Just go out Harrison Pike and, you know, just make that turn where there's a sign. There's a sign that says, and they have the quilts hanging all over the place. And then, now the Red Ribbon will have a little table there.
You'll have a table there.
And the reason I do, I won't be selling any of this, but the reason I have is because I carry the Jim Shore, which Jim Shore always does the little quilting patterns on his figurines. So I'll have a whole bunch of Jim Shore there at my little booth. But there's people that sell the quilt scraps, the fabrics.
They've got fabric. We've got a lady doing crocheted items there. There's another lady doing floral arrangements. I don't know how many. There's just a lot of different. There's 2 or 3 quilt shops that will be there with fabric and patterns and books and then
all that good stuff.
Yeah, all that good stuff.
And it's really amazing to go. Now, we don't touch the quilts.
No. If you want to touch a quilt, we've got plastic gloves to put on to touch them with, because really and truly what I'm doing now, this is putting oil from your skin on them.
Yeah, it is.
But I'll tell you a little secret that I learned years ago. If you're sewing something of your clothes or quilt and you stick yourself and your blood drips on your quilt, you can take your spit and then rub it on that, and it'll cut it off, get it off.
Really?
Yes. That really.
Well, I've spit on my thumb and wiped my son's face many a times, but I didn't know
this works. It really does. Because quilting, you know, and you're doing something like that count cross stitching. All you got to do is take your spit, and you can. Now, one lady told me she took it like on a little thread, like she made like a little ball with, you know, and then rubbed it with that little.
Oh, and then that gave it something
like a little.
I never have time to do that. I just do this and this, and I'll be okay.
That's right. Yeah. But now, like then, if I stuck myself and Brene tried, it wouldn't work.
Oh, it has to be.
It's your own enzyme that gets the.
Now, did y'all get that?
Cool.
Did you all get that?
See, you learn something new every day.
Did you know that?
Absolutely. I had no idea about that.
I didn't either. Of course, I don't sew, so.
But I mean, it works. It really does.
That's amazing. That is just
absolutely. Like Brene couldn't take mine off, or I couldn't take her.
That is amazing, amazing. Now, folks, we have a sign right here, and I hope y'all can read it, because it says Quilt Show, October 12th and 13th. Now, that's Friday and Saturday.
Yes, not Saturday and
Sunday.
Mount
Olive Church, Harrison Pike, Cleveland, Tennessee, and 472-7902. Whose number is that? That's what I figured. That's Miss Pam's number, 472-7902, if you need to call. If you get lost or something, you
can
call
the church.
Call the church. That's exactly right. Now, let's go over this one more time. We're going to be at Mount Olive Friday and Saturday. Now, that's tomorrow and Saturday, folks, okay? From 8 until 7. And
8 till 4.
And 8 till 4 on Saturday.
Yes.
I have to cut my day short, and we'll find out about that. Okay. Because that person that I have to cut my day short for will be here. All right, it's $3 to come in.
Yes.
And then they can buy breakfast, lunch, and even
dinner.
If you're going to.
We're doing Friday.
Because they're going to be there till 7. and there's all kinds of things.
And what I like about our show, you can
too.
Yeah, you vote for
People's Choice Award. Yeah.
But what I like about it, where we've got it, you can sit down and you can look around and look at the quilts instead of, I've been to quilt shows where I got so tired they didn't have a place to sit, but see where our food area is at, you can sit down and then you can look up and look at the quilts, and it's relaxing to me.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
It is.
Just
now,
to
folks,
sit there and it's like an entire gymnasium quilted.
It's like an art gallery.
Yeah, it
is like
and
an art gallery. And who
the
hangs those quilts way up there?
Well, we have a lift that we can
Okay,
we got one lady that does it. I don't do that.
I mean, they hang them from the ceiling of the gymnasium, and it's just wonderful.
And it's almost like this. I mean, they're almost overlapping there.
Oh, they
so
are.
many.
I mean, there's so many.
Fabulous.
So, is it too late for somebody to enter a quilt if they have one?
If they want to enter one, they can bring it tomorrow morning.
Okay.
No, don't come after 12, but if they come in the morning,
okay,
all right, earlier the better. They're going to be there at 8 o'clock starting hanging them.
Okay, so if you have a quilt, it doesn't cost you anything to enter the quilt, but it's $3 for the quilt show.
Yes.
And folks, it's wonderful. I mean, it is wonderful.
Yes.
I went 2 years ago, was the first time I went. Pam said, you need to come out here and set up a booth and do this, and I just couldn't stay at my booth very long. I had to go around.
Walk around.
I did. I had
But
to
the
walk
viewer's choice, we give them like $50 or $100. I don't even remember now what it was, but we give the person who, like your quilt might win, viewer's choice.
Go vote for my quilt.
But really, they don't know who.
No, I know. They don't know. But now, see, this is 12 Days Christmas. Now you know, okay? Go vote for my quilt. Pam, thank you so much.
Welcome.
And these are beautiful.
You're
and
welcome.
folks, Friday and Saturday, Mount Olive.
Look at this.
And go out there and look at this. This is artwork.
It is.
artwork.
That's what quilts has got to be.
I know
Yeah.
it. It's just, I sleep under one right now, a cathedral quilt that is not artwork, but it's warm and I love it. And it's queen size. We'll be right back, so do not go away because we're going to talk with some other people about some neat things that are happening this weekend. So you'll have all kinds of things to go and do. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
Yes.
Great local sports right here on WTNB East Tennessee Television. Keep up to date on all your Walker Valley sports news Wednesdays with the Walker Valley Sports Zone. Get a behind-the-scenes look at all the local high school area football with the pregame Thursdays at 10. And it's a Friday night tradition. Football Friday, every Friday night at 11 o'clock, right here on WTNB East Tennessee Television.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Has your disability application been denied? Are you frustrated with the administration's processing of your claim? Do you feel as though the administration simply does not understand why you cannot work? You're not alone. My name is Matthew Coleman and I'm an attorney representative. I find that many of my clients share these concerns and others. As a representative, it's my job to communicate your claim to the administration in a language that they can understand. As an attorney, it's my duty to fight for the disability benefits that you deserve. Come talk to me. The Social Security Law Center at Logan Thompson PC.
Featuring some of the South's most scenic views, the Mountain View Inn has been a landmark in the Cleveland community for over 40 years. Our executive guest quarters with flat screen TVs and excellent bedding will make any guest comfortable. Carrie's Restaurant is one of Cleveland's favorite, with one of the best buffets around.
Hello, and on behalf of the Hughes family, thank you for so many years of your business and your friendship.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000 bucks. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
And we are back, and if you notice, the quilts are gone.
And our laps are chilly.
Yes, they are, because those quilts were warm.
They feel
But we
good.
have with us someone who's no stranger to you folks out there on television land, Debbie Moore. But Debbie's here today to talk to us about her latest project, and she's full of historic projects. But
I always have a project
She
going.
always
It
does.
will warm your heart.
This one is
Yes.
absolutely wonderful. It's called Confederate Voices. Debbie, tell us about
I
it.
had so many irons in the fire, I didn't know what to do, and had no intentions of writing a Confederate history book. And Mrs. Winston Campbell from down in the Black Fox community, I know that she was a young woman during World War II, so we'll just leave it to you to kind of think about her age. And her mom had been president of the United Daughters of the Confederacy here.
Okay.
And she sent for me, and she had made for me copies of interviews from the 1920s and the 19-teens of the remainder of the soldiers, the women that were left behind here during the Civil War, and a lot of the stories are told by their children or their nieces or people like that, but still, pretty close to being a first-hand account of what life was like in this region at that time. And when she gave them to me, I thought, oh, how sad someone hasn't done something with these.
Can't just stick that in a drawer.
Went home, honestly, must have been 500 pages. You know, this many. I read every page like it was a love novel. I just couldn't put it down, and I thought, somebody needs to do something with this, and I guess this is my indication I'm that somebody. So for the first couple of weeks, I tried to write a story. And I just couldn't tell their story as well as they told their story. So I decided eventually that what I needed to do is just to let them share their stories. And that's why I called it Confederate Voices, because it's not me telling their story, it's letting them tell their stories.
Well, with the appendix and the index and everything, you've cut it down about half of the pages you got. So.
Well, I probably it could have been 500 pages. I went through, and the stories that I could find pictures of the people. That was one of my indicators for selecting.
And there are some great pictures in here.
There's over 200 photographs in here. A lot of them are the Confederate soldiers and families later in life, because obviously there weren't a lot of photographers running around Bradley County during the Civil War to take their pictures. And occasionally I had to use a Union picture to give you some idea of what maybe the Tennessee River looked at that time. I was real proud of the fact that I was able to find some old pictures of the Confederate Cemetery in Chattanooga. And we talk a lot in the book about the monument here, the Confederate monument that's at 8th Street.
Yes.
Standing at the intersection of Broad and 8th Street. And talking about just the people. And they're not necessarily the rich people that we've always heard about. They're just common, everyday people.
Right.
But my favorite story in the whole book, I call it Sweet Revenge. And Mrs. Eldridge lived up where Anatole is now, and the Union troops were there on her land. And they went in and they robbed her spring house of everything to eat, which was really horrifying for her because she had children to feed. And they drank what they could drink of the milk and the buttermilk, and they poured the rest of it on the ground, and she was quite upset with them. And they busted a hole in the bottom of her big molasses barrel, which was her sugar at that time, and that was really important to her. So she just went back to her house, and when the troops went back to where they were camped on her land, she went down there and she scraped up all the molasses that she could scrape up out of the ground. She made gingerbread out of that molasses, and then she sent her children down where the soldiers were staying, and they sold them the gingerbread.
With the dirt and the grass and everything else in it.
Extra fiber in it, I call it.
What a hoot.
And I just laughed out loud when I read that, and so I decided to include that in the book. There's one fellow in the book that caught my attention right away. Most pension applications are 4 pages long, and it says, I'm sick and I can't work anymore, and this is where I served, and these are some people I served with, and some of the neighbors would sign it. Well, there's this fellow named Jonathan Returns Meggs Only, big long name, Only, from Calhoun. He was a preacher, a teacher, a lawyer, an architect, a painter. He'd done just about every occupation that you could do at that time, and he wrote 52 pages because he was sure they would be interested in every little detail. But what that gave me was this fabulous mini diary.
Right. Yeah.
And he was sure he was the most important person. He was so sure of himself that he rewrote Dixie when he got back because he was sure that that song did not represent the Confederates like it needed to. And so I typed up the whole 52 pages, and it turned into about 16 pages. Unfortunately, I do not have a picture of him, but I thought it was well worth the read.
Yes.
And he talks about how they ground up the cowpeas and made something like cornbread out of it, and that's what the soldiers were surviving on, and how horrible it was, but they had to eat it anyway. But he was a real hoot in the book.
Now, see, Melissa would love to have that story because of the Cowpea Festival they just had in Charleston.
Yes.
So, and I know on page 83, here's what I call the hanger house now.
Yes.
But now Rufus Triplett and his wife have bought it, and they're remodeling it. But if you look up here, it's the old C.L. Hardwick Senior House. It won't do me any good to do this for you, but if you look, here's the way it was in the Civil War. Here it is about
the day before they started the construction.
Oh, good. Okay.
I was standing there, and you could see the stepping stone sitting in the very exact spot. Of course, you know how I am. I had to pull my car over and walk up to those poor construction guys and go, be careful of this stone.
Right,
it
do
is
not move
significant. And they looked at me like, who is this crazy woman? But they promised me that they'd be careful around it. And Rufus has purchased the book.
Oh, good.
And then I got this random letter from, I believe it was Indiana, ordering my book, and I thought, and so I just sent the guy back an email and said, well, thank you for your order, but why are you ordering?
Right.
And he is Rufus's brother-in-law.
Oh.
Jane's husband, I believe.
Oh, okay. Oh, Jane Hardwick's husband. Okay. Okay. See, I knew
something. There's a family relationship, and I knew there had to be a local relationship.
Well, Rufus and I went to college together. So, and any time you want to really be entertained, ask Rufus to sing Old Man River for you.
Oh,
because,
my.
Whoa, he's really good. He's really, really good. But I think these things are just so interesting.
And where I could, I did a before and after pictures, and I think a lot of people, when they read the book, there's a lot of local stuff in there that they didn't realize. Plus, we talk a lot about the Alabama troops and the Mississippi troops because the train would stop here and the wounded soldiers would get off. So we ended up with a lot of wounded and dead here, and that's the reason for that. But you can purchase the book down at the Red Ribbon.
I have it at the Red Ribbon, I do.
The Red Ribbon's carrying it now, and I'm going to be there Saturday, this coming Saturday from 1 to 3. Signing the books and talking to anyone, that would like to talk about the relative that might be in here or someone else maybe to be included in a future book.
Now, I had one of the Easterlys come running in right after you brought the books over and had to have, and he's over here somewhere toward the back, but she said, we've got to have it. She said, I'm not sure whether that's our Easterlys or not, and I thought, well, that name's kind of unusual, so surely it is. But and I was telling Debbie.
That's Robert Easterly's grandfather.
Okay.
We lost him in 2011, and I believe he was in his 90s.
Yes, I think you're right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I used my Photoshop skills on that picture. When they brought me the picture, he had a big crack, a diagonal crack across the picture. And I thought, now, if it had been straight up and down, I think I could fix it. And I probably spent hours. But managed to get that big crack off of his face.
Bless your heart.
Really
well, I can't find him now, but anyway, it's in here. Now, I was telling Debbie, we have this book at home, and Flavis started reading it, and probably an evening and a half. And Debbie said, did he read out loud to you? Yes, he did. You know, he would say, oh, here, let me tell you this. I was going to read the book myself, but he had to share things he thought were interesting and important.
H&D Concepts in Cleveland. I let a local printer do the work, and real proud of that fact.
They did
and
a great job.
Fabulous job on it. I'm just been really pleased with it.
And the cover, the front cover is so. Now, who is this gentleman?
He is a Kennedy, and he's from Pulaski, and I selected him to be on my cover because he's holding he's obviously in his later years, and he's holding his sword, his canteen, his cane, sitting in a wonderful antique chair, and he has his little Poochie dog with him.
Yes.
And the flag was hanging in the tree in the background, and Mark Smith up at H&D colorized the flag so that it would be outstanding.
Oh, good.
I do a lot
That
of
is so neat.
Yeah.
I do a lot of presentations in the local elementary schools so that kids know that the Civil War did happen here.
Yes.
And it was so funny, I'm showing them my book, and they were fairly impressed that I had written a book, and then one of them flipped it over and saw my picture on the back, and it was, oh my gosh, Mrs. Moore, your picture is on the back of this book.
And it is, right there up in the corner.
Registered it was your book.
Then it makes it your book, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, the books, I do have the books at the Red Ribbon, and Saturday from 1 to 3, Debbie will be there signing the books. She'll personalize it to you.
If you've
got a relative in here and you want her to sign something on that relative or that little story, then she can do that too. So, and the Red Ribbon's at 270 Central Avenue, and
I tell folks it's between Joe Rogers' office supply and the old YMCA building.
And not being a native of Bradley County, I did not realize how many people knew where the old YMCA building was.
And this includes letters too that folks have written. There's quotations in there that I thought was appropriate for the book. I'm just real proud of it. I think it turned out really well.
I think it's wonderful, and it's not difficult to read because you can like read 5 or 6 pages and then put it down and pick it back up again because
it's like articles in a magazine.
It is. It's like a magazine article, and so
when I first started preparing to write it, they wanted me to make it a small book because it sits on the shelf easier, and the people that sell them like that better. And I wanted to make it big enough that the pictures would be large enough that you could really see the details in the picture, and the print is easy to read.
Now, Debbie, if they can't get there Saturday, of course, I'm going to have the books from now on, but is there a way they can call you? Or would you rather
I'm
they didn't do
on Whoop Radio every Saturday morning. From 10 to 12. We've had people that have dropped by and let me personalize the book that maybe they've bought from you. They can always come by there and see me on Saturday mornings from 10 to 12. And come see you.
And come see
You're
me
open every
from
day,
1 to
but
3.
you're not.
I'm not open on Monday and I'm not open on Sunday, but 1 to 3 Saturday at the Red Ribbon, and Debbie will be there. Confederate Voices will be there, and she'll be signing books from 1 to 3. So, Debbie, thank you so much, and this is wonderful, and I'm so proud of you. I think this is great.
Yes.
Folks, don't go away. We'll be right back.
I've just been reading.
Yeah,
not co-hosting.
Retired. And so Tracy O'Connell from the museum is going to come tell us about Rags to Riches and some other things too. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000 bucks. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
Hello, I'm Bill Odom.
Hi, and I'm Tammy Odom.
We want to invite you to join us on Joyous Living Today for interviews, testimonies, and gospel music by special guests and Dixie Sunshine.
Right here on WTNB, Sundays at 4 p.m. and Tuesdays at 7:30 p.m. You don't want to miss it.
Jesus, Jesus, the light of the world.
Featuring some of the South's most scenic views, the Mountain View Inn has been a landmark in the Cleveland community for over 40 years. Our executive guest quarters with flat-screen TVs and excellent bedding will make any guest comfortable. Carrie's Restaurant is one of Cleveland's favorite, with one of the best buffets around.
Hello, and on behalf of the Hughes family, thank you for so many years of your business and your friendship.
Has your disability application been denied? Are you frustrated with the administration's processing of your claim? Do you feel as though the administration simply does not understand why you cannot work? You're not alone. My name is Matthew Coleman, and I'm an attorney representative. I find that many of my clients share these concerns and others. As a representative, it's my job to communicate your claim to the administration in a language that they can understand. As an attorney, it's my duty to fight for the disability benefits that you deserve. Come talk to me. The Social Security Law Center at Logan Thompson, PC.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
And I'm here. And we are back.
Yes, we are.
And we've been having a lot of fun off camera, but we won't even share that with you.
No.
We have now Tracy O'Connell from
Yes.
the Museum Center at 5 Points, and she has a lot of exciting things to tell us about, but there's something coming up this weekend. So now, what we've done, folks, we sent you to the quilt show either Friday or Saturday.
Yes.
The book signing at the Red Ribbon, 1 to 3 on Saturday, and Tracy's got some more opportunities for you this weekend.
We do. We have the Rags to Riches sale.
And a plethora of items.
Yeah, really, really.
I've never seen so many items.
We've got furniture. We've got beautiful old framed prints of historic buildings. There's all kind of books and DVDs and CDs and electronics and Christmas decorations and holiday decorations.
Camping stuff.
Camping
There's,
gear.
you know, it's just this.
I haven't been there yet. They all know what's there.
I took some stuff over.
I'm
and
going
it was
tonight.
like,
I'm going tonight.
Holy cow! Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
It is tonight.
Yeah. So Tracy's going to tell us
yeah.
about that.
Okay.
Oh, darn!
Y'all
It's
come
Thursday.
down tonight from 5 to 8. Bring $10. For that $10, which is a donation, of course, to the Museum Center, you'll get a chili and potato bar supper buffet.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
And live music, and what do they call it? Early buying privileges.
Yes.
In other words, you get to pick. You get the
First
pick.
choice. First choice.
And we've been fighting over this big chair. We think maybe one of our staff members is going to sneak in there right at 5 o'clock and buy it and put a sold sign. We've got 50 sold signs, so if you see something really good and you want it, you can buy it right that minute.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, there are a few things really, really good, high-ticket items that are being auctioned, just a couple.
Good.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, good.
Silent auction, okay. Now,
Great.
let's talk about tonight. So, are you going to take cash, check, and credit card?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh.
Cash, check, and
Hallelujah.
credit card. And it's at the corner of Church Street and First, heading down toward the old woolen mill.
It's right across the street from the Bradley County Extension Office.
Yes.
Yes.
If you know.
Yes.
The OK Barber Shop.
Yes.
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 Right across the
And
street.
I gave somebody directions the other day and said it backs up to the old Princess Theater, the
Yeah,
United
right.
Way building.
Yeah, exactly.
So does that help you all where it's going to be? But it's really, see, I loved it when y'all did this before. And I wondered why y'all quit doing it.
Because it was a lot of work.
I know
Tim
it is.
Cagle, Jan Nyman at the museum, along with if I start naming all the guild members
you'll
that have
forget
been
it.
there for weeks and weeks, but I got to name a couple: Judy Pickle, Joe Benjamin, Carolyn Jackson, Linda Andrews, Jeanette Somos, Jeannie. Of course, Jeannie Sawyer does everything for the museum and still does. All those guys, but especially Ken and Jan. Ken Cagle came in from being there all day long. He was dripping wet. I mean, they have moved stuff. They have helped people bring things in. So, you know, I tell you.
And
I work at a really neat place.
You do.
Yeah,
and
with
I
really
was,
neat people.
And I was
With really
going to
nice
donate
people.
some things, but I just didn't get around to it. So if you
I
have it
had
next
more
year,
that I could have donated, but I just didn't get around
Well,
to it.
they're going to take things till tomorrow at 5. So if you
Oh.
just toss them in the back of your till today.
Yeah.
Till today at 5.
Yeah.
okay.
So when we
Yeah,
get through
just
here,
a preview,
go home
yeah.
and toss your stuff in
Yeah.
the trunk and get them over there.
Huh.
Yeah, how about that?
I've got some things at the shop.
Do it.
And they'll give you a gift in kind receipt,
How about that?
and you can deduct it.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Oh,
Yes,
how
because
neat.
it's because the museum is a 501c3. It's a .org.
.org.
It's a
we like
.org.
those
Yes.
.orgs.
And so tonight from 5 to 8, tomorrow, which is Friday, from 8 to 5, and then Saturday from 8 to noon is half price.
Oh.
So swing through, and if you want to get some deals on what hasn't already.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you find something tonight, folks,
Don't wait
go
till
ahead and let 'em
Saturday.
stick a soul sign on it
Yeah.
because it will probably not
Some
be
neat
there
things.
Saturday at
Yeah.
half
Yeah.
the price.
Yeah.
So, but now I've loved, like I said, I loved it when y'all used to have it down at the Village Green.
Yeah.
I just I'd go every day,
Yeah.
all 3 days I went,
Yeah.
and because I was afraid I'd miss something,
Yeah.
and I didn't
Yeah.
because I was right there. But it's really great. And
Roseanne Killen, she was there working too.
yeah,
Sorry.
Roseanne.
Yeah, those
I was
things
thinking, who else was over there working so hard? Oh yeah,
Those
Roseanne
things
was there too.
I probably
a
see it.
lot of work.
Yeah. They have been working weeks and weeks on
Yeah.
this.
But now, not only is the Rags to Riches starting tonight, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, but the gift store at the museum is there.
Yeah, and I want to show you guys a couple of things that some of the new items. Nancy Zierenberg, who is one of our very, very favorite
Premier artist, yes.
her work is just beautiful, but not only has she stepped up her jewelry, she came back from Europe, went to see Jeff, her husband was a Valker, and she spent a few months over there. And while she was there, she went to the Czech Republic and bought this beautiful glass from. See if I can. Oh, I forgot.
I was
You
going to
can
say,
say, Joe.
do I have it here? No.
I didn't say that bad word. That's the one.
This one.
This piece
Oh.
is from this beautiful. The name of the glass factory is on the tag. But anyway, we have a couple of these pieces, and the way she puts them together, her design style is so pretty. This piece is actually from Aloha Buffington, and these they look like shells, but it's pottery. And
I have one of those necklaces.
Nancy,
Mine's
I
in-
wore one here, and Nancy.
and I bought it. Well, Flavis bought it for me for my birthday.
That's right.
And I loved it.
That's right. And this is another one. This one is just a little off center, and that's what kind of like this one. She makes them. This is a Nancy Zierenberg. And the other thing I was going to tell
Has
you
that one got copper in it? Is that copper?
little-
Yeah. Ooh. Ooh.
Should they just mix? And this one is a Barbara Craftsman. Barbara Craftsman has had jewelry in our store since I've been there, almost 5 years. And she has really stepped up. Her design style has changed in several different directions. So we are just, our jewelry has really taken off.
And it's beautiful. And some of these have earrings to match.
Yeah,
Now,
this
your
has
bracelet,
earrings.
is that a Nancy Zierenberg?
This is a Nancy Zierenberg, and I
Okay.
had to get it to go with.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So
and I have a Nancy Zierenberg bracelet that I got to go with my Aloha
Yes.
Buffington necklace.
Yes, that's
So
just
see, it mixes and matches, and
Yeah.
it's just really.
And it's fun. Us kids, us girls, there's just something about putting, I bought this. I've been looking at it for about 2 months, and I finally gave it a new home yesterday. And last night I was with some friends, and all I kept doing was going, God, that piece is gorgeous. And we have a bird feeder outside my window. I have to fill it up every day and a half. I mean, it's like
hummingbird or
no, it's
a bird feeder.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I went, if I didn't know this had a bird on it, I would have bought it. I mean, if I'd known it, I would have bought it because I just love the birds. It's got a little bird. I mean, I just really. There's just it's the little things.
And all of the jewelry there is just wonderful. It really is. But you have things besides jewelry too.
Yes, and not only do we have amazing jewelry artists, but some of the other really neat staff members we have, Jennifer White, she has done an amazing job. Not only did she curate the 100 Years of Girl Scouting exhibit, which is so fun. If y'all haven't gone through it yet, please
I need to do that.
She got these, it's a slideshow, and she put music to it, and it's all different Girl Scout songs. And I love to camp. In fact, we're camping we're just a camping fanatical family. And you go through it and you feel like you're camping because
how neat.
Yeah, it's a great exhibit, and she's had some really fun activities for this. And the really neat one coming up next Saturday is outdoor cooking. How to cook in a Dutch oven. And it's $5 for the class. It's from 10 to 1, I think, or 10 to 2. And then the community is invited to come and bring their Dutch ovens, and we're going to have a contest. And at 6 o'clock, we're going to give an award for the best recipes.
How cool.
So if you come from 10 to 1, it's all going to be back behind the museum in the alleyway there, so we don't mess up our beautiful lawn.
Right.
But the weather's perfect for it.
Yeah.
And,
this is great camping weather.
It is. And two, y'all probably heard me talk about my mom mafia. Our family is affiliated with Troop 44, and my boyfriend John is the Scoutmaster, and his son Daniel got his Eagle Scout last week.
How wonderful.
So we're really celebrating. And we have a group of moms who really are very outdoorsy, and every time it's an open camp out, and even if it's not, we go. So two of our mom mafia, Abby Ferguson and Robin Steele, are teaching the class. So when we go camping this weekend, we will eat like queens. We do.
Yeah.
We have different recipes, and so that's going to be a lot of fun next Saturday. And then after that, the next event is November 2nd. Holidays at 5 Points auction. And if you're interested in bringing trees less than 4 feet high or wreaths, Christmas decorations, you get a $20, you get a ticket to get in, much like Cherry's Jubilee.
Right.
So that's November 2nd, and it's starting at 6:30.
November 2nd. Okay, I need to get my tree fixed.
Yes. And I think we start taking things the first of that week.
Okay.
Which is probably Monday or Tuesday of that week. And then the next big event is
Tuesday. You're closed on Monday, aren't you?
We're closed Monday, yeah. Sometimes we're there Monday, and if you knock on the gift store and you smile really big, we'll let you in.
I've got a tree.
Say, I've got stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. But the Christmas Arts Festival is going to be November 30th will be the preview party, Friday from 5 to 8. And then the festival will be Saturday and Sunday, Saturday 10 to 6 and Sunday 11 to 5. And again, we're going to have some kids' activities you can make. I think this time what we're making, in addition to some Christmas ornaments, which will be little free things for the kids to do, we have a Native American named Tamara Hicks is going to come, and she's one of our artists. Her husband makes these beautiful Indian flutes, and so he'll be playing, and she's going to make medicine bags and tell the kids the story of them.
How neat.
Yeah, and we're going to have those kits now in the store. So that's our Christmas thing.
Now, if anybody needs to get a hold of you at the museum, 339
5745.
Okay, 339-5745. Give them a call today if you want a ticket. I had Tracy bring me one this morning. If you want a ticket for tonight's event or go Friday or Saturday. And also, if you would like to be on the museum's email, which I get about once a week, and I love it because then I know what's going on, give Tracy a call and she'll get you on the email.
That's right.
Tracy.
Or email us at giftstore@museumcenter.org, and we'll shoot you a little invitation, and you accept, and you'll start getting all this information.
And it's wonderful.
With pretty pictures.
Oh,
it's not just words, it's a beautiful
it's
little.
really nice. I need somebody to teach me how to do that. Don't go away. We'll be right back and tell you some more things that are happening this weekend. So
yes.
We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Town downtown Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000 bucks. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
Hello, I'm Bill Odom.
Hi, and I'm Tammy Odom.
We want to invite you to join us on Joyous Living Today for interviews, testimonies, and gospel music by special guests and Dixie Sunshine.
Right here on WTNB, Sundays at 4 p.m. and Tuesdays at 7:30 p.m. You don't want to miss it.
Jesus, Jesus, the light of the world.
Featuring some of the South's most scenic views, the Mountain View Inn has been a landmark in the Cleveland community for over 40 years. Our executive guest quarters with flat screen TVs and excellent bedding will make any guest comfortable. Carrie's Restaurant is one of Cleveland's favorite, with one of the best buffets around.
Hello, and on behalf of the Hughes family, thank you for so many years of your business and your friendship.
Has your disability application been denied? Are you frustrated with the administration's processing of your claim? Do you feel as though the administration simply does not understand why you cannot work? You're not alone. My name is Matthew Coleman, and I'm an attorney representative. I find that many of my clients share these concerns and others. As a representative, it's my job to communicate your claim to the administration in a language that they can understand. As an attorney, it's my duty to fight for the disability benefits that you deserve. Come talk to me. The Social Security Law Center at Logan Thompson, PC.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
And we are back.
Yes.
And it's just the two of us now. We're going to do our little community calendar like we normally do. Now, I will explain, we do not have dogs today.
No.
Because it was just a little, you know, sometimes getting doggies out in the morning is not the easiest thing to do. So we're going to do a few little announcements for you, and then Renee's going to talk to you for a minute or two
Renee's going to climb on her soapbox.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. and Renee's going to climb on her soapbox about doggies. And
Yes.
So I would like to tell you, and I want to thank all of you all that went Tuesday to Papa Murphy's and got your pizza for United Way Tuesday, Restaurant Day. And now I want to tell you, next Tuesday, you need to go to FIG, F-I-G, Food is Good. But the name of the place is FIG, and it's at the intersection of Stewart Road and Tasso Road. It's right across the street from the YMCA, next door to Jumpin' Junction.
I know where the YMCA is.
Okay, good. Well, it's just right across the street, across Stewart Road from that.
Okay.
And they're going to give a percentage of the lunch sales. So that's from 11 until 3 on Tuesday. Go to Fig on Stewart Road. And Alan Mincy told me yesterday that he had pork chop, mashed potatoes, and something else, and he was going to take a nap. So evidently it's really, really good. So
really good,
it's like meeting 3. So Fig, F-I-G, food is good.
Must be Southern food.
It must be. It must be.
Not the what do you call it? Nuts and
fruits and nuts.
Fruits and nuts and twigs and stuff.
And all that stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. The Taylor Ruritan Club. Now that I know what it is, they're still having their turkey and ham shoot, and it's on this Saturday, and Saturdays through November 17th at 10 a.m. at the Taylor's Ruritan Club.
And you don't have to shoot a moving turkey or a running pig, okay?
No.
It's a target you shoot at, and then they give you a turkey or a ham. If you do whatever it is you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Right. Now, we have a major adjustment in our calendar. Last week, we had Meg Campbell and Carolyn Jackson on to talk about the Mark Jimenez that's coming, author. Well, there has been a little snafu, and Mark can't be here Tuesday. He was supposed to be here Tuesday the 16th for the luncheon. Now, they've moved it to Thursday the 18th, and it's going to be at the Museum Center. Impressions Catering is still catering. There will still be the Merchants Alley. It will be from 10 till 2, and it's $35, for the lunch. So go by the library, and you can still get you a ticket now since they've had to back that up.
Yeah.
And but Mark had something come up in Texas that he absolutely could not, and since he's coming free,
Can't
you
really,
know, what are you
really
gonna say?
complain,
So anyway, that is going to be next Thursday instead of next Tuesday. And while I have your attention, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde starts tonight at 7:30 at Lee University, and it's at the Edna Minor Con Theater. Now that is not the Con Center, folks. That is in the Vest Building, and the Vest Building is on 11th Street.
Yes.
And it's a small black box, 150 people, and it's recommended for ages 13 and up. So for the box office, 614-8343, and it'll be tonight, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, and Monday night. So see, we're trying to plan your weekend for you.
And your week.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, and you got another one.
Yes, I do. The 16th Annual Hiwassee Valley Antique Tractor and Engine Show is going to be held this Saturday and Sunday at the Charleston City Park. And they're going to have food, fun, all sorts of stuff, entertainment, tractors and engines, train rides and games for the kids, crafts and goodies, wood carver, an in-action blacksmith, corn milling, corn threshing, wow, all sorts of stuff. Agricultural exhibits, a wrench toss, and a wagon backing. Woo! And they're going to have barbecue, nachos, kettle corn, funnel cakes. Oh, God, I love funnel cakes.
I know it.
Fried, they don't like me anymore, but
do they not?
Oh, I can't eat them, but I do, but then I pay. But anyway, all sorts of that good food and everything. And for more information or directions, you can contact Lisa Cranfield at 423-593-8320 or Franklin Taylor at 423-653-7635, and it's $3 per person, and kids 12 and under are free, and there's no charge for parking.
Yay!
That sounds like and it's Saturday and Sunday. Saturday
and
from
Sunday.
10 to 5 and Sunday from 12 to 4.
And they have a lot of antique farm equipment
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
It's really fascinating. Like I said, I went by there one year, and it was really fascinating.
Yeah.
Now, you need to join the Y today. There's no joining fee through October the 15th. So you can call the Y, 476-5573. I know that Rosemary will be glad to give you a little tour of the building. They will sign you up, and it's wonderful. So be sure that you go and join the Y before the 15th of this month, and there's no sign-up fee. I mean, you do it, it's a real deal. And then Scary Halloween Savings. If you need a children's costume or an adult costume, go by the Habitat Restore. They've got all kinds of Halloween stuff, and, don't go pay $30 for a little costume if you're not one of these people that makes their own. Then the children's costumes are $5, adults are $10.
Yeah.
And
they always have a lot of really funny stuff.
They
too.
do. They do. So go do that. Now, Renee is going to tell us a little bit about dogs.
Yes, I am. Number one, October is Adopt a Shelter Pet Month. So we need to ask all of y'all to go to Cleveland for a no-kill community. Their Facebook page and all of the animals that are available for adoption are there on the page. If you're thinking about adopting a dog, think about it seriously. We want to find these dogs homes, but a rescue dog needs a couple of months to settle in. They've been through stress and trauma, and you know they've changed, especially if they were a stray. Then to come into your home and get used to your schedule and the whole new environment and all new people, that's stressful on them. And so there could be some issues, but you just need to help them work through it. Because lately we've had some people adopt and then bring them back.
Because it didn't work.
It didn't work. But I mean, you know, if you only give them a couple of days,
it's not going to work.
It's not going to work. So folks, you know, just kind of, you can even go online and Google, you know, adopting a rescue dog, and it gives you some pointers on you know, how to deal with them.
And the thing about it is, if they're rescued, they may have been in a home before that had a structure.
Exactly.
And your structure is different from the structure they came from. So, you know.
You know, it's an adjustment period, so they need that. And then this is a topic that's near and dear to my heart. I'm sure y'all are all aware. Pit bulls. Pit bulls, this October is also Pit Bull Awareness Month. And these are absolutely wonderful, loyal, loving dogs, and their reputation has been absolutely destroyed, ruined, yes. Just like Rottweilers and Dobermans and German Shepherds, and it's the idiot at the other end of the leash that is 9 times out of 10 the problem. I'm not saying that there can't be aggressive pit bulls. There can be aggressive poodles, folks.
I had one of those one time. Yes.
And let me tell you, if Chihuahuas weighed 40 pounds instead of 4 pounds, there would be a whole lot more people dead from dog bites.
That is true.
So it's not the breed, it's the way the dogs are raised.
And you all saw those wonderful pit bulls we've had on here, and they got adopted.
Yeah, they did.
Because people just loved them. So
exactly.
Is there anything anybody needs to, because we're coming right up on saying goodbye. So
well, I want to say
about
something.
a minute.
Okay, a minute. Okay, I want to say something. Etowah, Tennessee is considering breed-specific legislation which is banning pit bulls. Banning a breed of dog does not work. You need to focus on the owners, the irresponsible owners, because if the faction that owns pit bulls that you want to control, if you ban pit bulls, then they'll just move to another breed. As a matter of fact, there's been some studies that the faction has been moving toward Akitas, because
and those are such beautiful dogs.
Exactly.
Loyal, great dogs.
Just like pit bulls.
Great.
You know, and they want to ban like any dog that looks like a pit bull. Well, honeys, let me tell you, if they start telling you, you know, you can't own this kind of dog, then your poodle, your lab, you know, whatever, your Chihuahua might be next.
And this is America.
We don't need
Folks, thank you all so much for being with us today. This has been a great day, and we've had a lot of information for you. And now you know a lot of places you can go this weekend. So do not sit at home and say there was nothing to do in Cleveland, Brandon County, because there was. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Yes. Contact your civic people in Etowah.